Hi, my name is Ximena Gutierrez, and today I'm here doing my speech. Today I have two guests here with me.
Hi, I'm Liliana.
And I'm Indira.
Alright, so today we're going to be talking about if we believe that students' test score actually give an actual representation upon what a student has learned. This will have I will be proving the pros and cons to this, and why I believe that this is not a true experience towards if grades are an actual representation of what a student has learned. And overall, the statement I'm trying to determine here is how I feel like students get pressured for a better test score. They're always pressured enough to do better. Then I feel like pressure is a big part in us that damages our focus because we are pressured into thinking we have to make a good grade, and working under pressure makes you not know exactly what exactly you're working on because you have the pressure knowing you have to do well, and it stresses people out. So I'm here to prove that students cannot be prejudiced based on the test scores, and it cannot show how much of a brain a student has. Meaning a grade cannot show how much a student has actually learned, how much is actually involved with them, and anything else. So basically, I found some articles, and as one of them was saying, is showing how much, agreeing with my statement, showing how much a student can be damaged by pressure, by working under pressure. The process of learning becomes insignificant because students only think about actually making a good score rather than paying attention into what's actually being the main topic there. To me, the grading system marks the end of a learning process and not focus on an actual development. So basically, the grading system is only there to prove you with numbers what it believes a student has turned in or done or made basically turned in and have made a grade based off it. There is no explanation of what a student for what a student's grade is to have achieved. Basically, a student should not have been ranked in an education level based on their number. I feel like this is an unfair way that has been always happening. It's always been happening just based off the A through F ranking. Basically, moving on to main point number 2 is how does a student feel knowing that they are ranked based on their grades personal? Not only how we people see how this is with students being ranked throughout a F through F, but how students actually feel going through this themselves, knowing that based on their grades is the way that basically a teacher will represent them. There was many articles proving a point where students have fallen under depression, or school gives students depression, school gives anxiety, school gives a lot of sicknesses and stuff to the human body only because of the pressure that we all have the same goal, and is to be top 10% in something, and it's a pressure that we all worked under, that we see inequality, knowing that the smarter the student, the more favor it is towards the teacher. And so this is an unfair thing because the A through F rank will not define you as a student. That could be one of my personal own point of views. I've lived through it. I feel like growing up, it's always been the smarter student gets the benefit with the teacher, and the student with the lowest grades has always just been there. Basically, it's just you've always been proved to need more grades. But I feel like taking a test, working under pressure working under pressure does not help me. I feel like under pressure I forget certain things that I can't work with it, and I can't, based on that, I cannot continue off with the lesson I've learned previously. Grades compel one-to-one student to obsess strongly over them that they are risking neglecting any real learning, while at the same time punishing the student who chooses to focus on deeper learning instead. I feel like this is said, this is a quote found from an article, and I feel like this one is only said because it's how a student feels neglected based on a failure, and how it's a champion student if it's a high A, basically. So, falling down to the conclusion, I feel like a grade would not determine how smart a student is. A grade cannot experience this. A low score cannot determine what a student is capable of. The student education level should all mark equally, and I feel like one of the biggest impacts that we all lived through was the STAR testing, final testing, any final tests, including in any class, that determined if it was your final. If you passed, you made it, and if you didn't, you didn't. If you didn't pass, there was no next, because it was a failure. And I feel like this is not basically what a student should be determined on, because the skills and they develop throughout time, and it's normal for us to forget things. So at the end of the year or the semester, when the test is through, not everything is remembered. So I feel like working under the pressure that you need to pass this, not remembering, damages us a lot. And this is why I'm here to show that the test score cannot give an actual representation of what a student has learned. Thank you.